Hello friends, welcome to our channel Sukun FM English. If you are visit first time our channel, please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon also. If you enjoy the story Secret Son-in-law Shadow King, please like the story and share the story with your friends. Today we listen episode number 65 of Secret Son-in-law Shadow King story. Let's begin the story. Summer said Kiara was the most beautiful girl of Indore city in front of Payal, but Payal was very angry. She gave a more chance to Samar than he calculate and think carefully and tell which is the most beautiful girl of Indore city. Samar was also confused. But he realized that Payal were jealous of Kiara. Then he corrected his mistake. Samar quickly praised her and said, "Oh, sorry, you are the most beautiful girl of Indore city." Payal drank the last drop of red wine. Her face was charming and beautiful. She was flattered by Summer's praise. She blinked her eyes and said, "Then think, if I am the number one beauty of Indore, then my boyfriend is also the best. It should be so, and I have not found such a boy till now. That's why I have no boyfriend." Hearing this, Summer shook his head and said, so this is it. Pyle smiled a little and said, Hmm, now that you have understood and our lunch is also complete. So let's go now. Summer also smiled and nodded in arrogant agreement and said, Yes, let's go. Both of them got up from there and went to the restaurant parking. As soon as they reached the parking, Samar said to Payal, Payal, you go. I will get some subsidy for Agarwal Industry from here. Payal immediately shook her head in denial and said, No, you have no need to take this. No need. I will drop you from Agarwal Industry. Saying this, Payal Pyle sat on the driver's seat and singled Summer to sit on the seat next to the Pyle. As soon as Summer sat, Pyle started the car and Agarwal Industry to move towards Industry. While leaving, Summer thanked Pyle and said, Thank you, Pyle. While they were going towards Agarwal Industry, a middle-aged man at the CEO office of Agarwal Industry said to Kiara while frowning, Kiara, ma'am, I suggest we fire Summer. Our company will be benefited because of him. If there is no need for employees. The middle aged man was wearing a black formal suit. He was a little bald and he had a bald head. His style was very similar to Akran. The name was Rajiv Gupta, who was the vice president and secretary of the company, Akran Gupta's uncle. He was very angry that his son was killed by Samar. The son had filed a complaint against Samar, but the CEO had not taken an action against Samar till now. This made Rajiv even more angry. So he himself come to the CEO's office and requested the CEO to remove Samar from the job. Kiara tried to convince Rajiv by saying, Uncle Rajiv, you are a senior employee of the company. Why are you fighting over an ordinary employee? There is a matter between him and Akran, and I am not ready to listen to such a sight. I can't take any action. A look of displeasure appeared on her face. Rajiv was one of the following founding members of the company and the vice president of the company. Kiara respected the founding members of the company a lot, and she used to call the elders and by uncle. But Uncle Rajiv disappointed her a lot. It was they wanted to get her husband fired from his job. Rajiv said in a smilingly stern voice, See you, ma'am. You should fire Samar. He dared to hit my son. who is a security guard. Samar has made a mistake by going against his senior. If we don't fire him, no one will respect their senior. This company will be ruined. He used to love Samar very much. He has never laid his hand on the son till date. He had picked him up, but Samar had kicked him. So he wanted to punish Samar for this. Then Akran, who was standing at the corner, agreed with his father and said, "Yes, Kiara ma'am, my father is right. It will be right to fire such employees who do not respect their seniors." He could not understand why Kiara was pretending Samar. He had already written a complaint letter, but the CEO did not take any action. With no options, he asked with his father to take revenge. Meanwhile, Samar had also reached Agarwal Industries and was coming to Kiara's office when he heard Akran talking from outside that Kiara is going to fire from his job. He is asking me to take it out. He immediately got angry. He thought to himself in anger, "What nonsense! I have bought such a big contract for the company. I sold pile against the wishes of my wife. I requested to make her my friend, but you people are trying to get me fired from the zoo. Do you want to take it out?" They were stabbing him behind his back. It was a villainous act, and Summer was not aware of it. He couldn't tolerate it. Summer went straight inside without knocking on the door. He entered the office with a big step and said angrily, "Who want to fire me from the job?" Seeing him coming in like this, Rajiv frowned and shouted, "Who are you? How did you come in without knocking on the door? Do you know the company rules?" "Don't know. That you should take permissions from your seniors before entering his office." He had never met Samar, so he did not know that this boy was the one of he wanted to fire. Samar looked at his bald fat man sideways and said softly, "You are who? Whether I knock on the door or not is none of your business." Rajiv smiled coldly and said in a haughty tone like a senior officer, "I am the vice president of the company. You have the audacity to talk to me like this? How did you do that? Don't you know how to respect your seniors?" Some of top officials in the company like to show off and used to took down upon the seniors employees. He used to show off his the position in front of others. Samar smiled coldly and said, "Oh, you are the vice president. Excuse me. Excuse me. May I ask you, you want to fire me? Did I wink at your wife or have you gone mad?" Rajiv shouted angrily. "Hey, your features? How dare you insult me? To take your wife's name. Don't you know how to respect your elders?" Looking into his eyes, Summer said, "It comes, but not for arrogant men like you. I do not respect it." Rajiv threatening and he is saying, "Young boy, talk carefully. I am your senior and I can fire you from the company in a moment." His face turned angry. As the vice president of the company, he had a lot of powers and was right next to Kiara. He was a lower rank. He was habituated to misuse his power in the company. He forced the employees to flatter him and treat him with respect. But now, this young man had insulted him in front of everyone. He wanted to kill Samar. Samar rolled his eyes and said with disdain, "You wanted me to get fired and from the job, same time wanted me to respect you. I would look stupid." Rajiv was just stunned for a moment after hearing Samar's words. Then he realized. He thought that this young man was the man he wanted to fire. So to confirm, he asked, "Is your name Samar?" "The Samar who killed my son yesterday." He had never met Samar before. Today was the first time he was meeting him. But in the very first meeting, Samar made him even angry. That's why now Rajiv had decided to fire him from the job. When Samar found out that the man was Akran's father, he became even more worried. He laughed and said, "So you are the Akran's father. No wonder you are both of you trying to make me your enemy. Both of you are arrogant." Rajiv turned his head and looking at Kiara said, "See, you, ma'am. This man openly insults others and even his seniors. He does not respect anyone. We should fire such an employee, otherwise there will be no discipline in the company at all." He knew that he would not be able to defeat this young man. He could only recommend to Kiara to fire him from the job. A look of displeasure appeared on Kiara's face. She wrinkled her eyebrows, said, "Vice President Rajiv, I am telling you once again that I want to tell Samar I will not fire you from the job right now." She was becoming more and more unhappy with Rajiv. Earlier, she was calling Rajiv uncle. Now she was calling him vice president. This was a sign that she was angry. Rajiv was stunned when he heard her calling him vice president. He understood a little and said, "Sio ma'am, may I know, why are you refusing to Samar?" He knew that Kiara was angry with him, but he did not understand why the CEO was doing promotions of Samar instead of firing him from the job. Kiara was shocked to hear this question. She did not know what to answer. She did not want to tell anyone about her and Samar's relationship right now. So she started thinking of some excuse. After thinking like this for a while, she said in a cold voice, "Vice President Rajiv, let me tell you, Samar is currently working on a very big deal with the Kapoor Group of Industry. He is working, so he is very important to the company. Now, I can't fire him from the job." Rajiv shook his head in disbelief and said, "What kind of joke is this? How can a guy like him flirt with Payal, the chairperson of Kapoor Group? She could never even look at a guy like him." Payal Kapoor was the chairperson of Kapoor Group of Industry. Kapoor Group of Industry is the India's largest group of industry. Payal was one of the industry, and she could never deal with a character like Samar. Hearing Rajiv words, Samar smiled and said in a cold voice, "And what will happen if I finalize the deal with Payal?" The glimpse of scorn appeared in his eyes. Saying this, Samar thought to himself, "If you cannot do anything, that what is the use of this? That doesn't mean I can't do it. I have not only made Payal sign a contract, but she has also become my best friend." Rajiv shook his head in disbelief and said, "If you really, if you finalize the deal with you, I will oblige to you in front of everyone. If you not, I will fire from your job." Summer smiled slightly and said, "Okay, stick to your words. because I have got the contract signed by Payal. Saying thus, he filed the contract, get ready to show it to everyone. But the very next moment, his face changed. He slapped his forehead with his hand and said yes to it. He said to himself, "Oh no, the contract file is in the briefcase, and I have forgotten the briefcase in Pyle's car." Samar's face turned strange. He said softly, "I am sorry, I forgot the contract file in Pyle's car. I will just." Before he could finish his words, Rajiv interrupted him, said with disdain, "Who are you fooling? That you are a contract file Pyle? Have you forgotten in his car? How did you reach the her car? Could he take you to house? Didn't you take her to have lunch?" And saying this, he started laughing loudly. He laughed and said, "You are such a joker. Kapoor Group of Industries, Chairpersons Payal Kapoor allow a person like you to sit in his car. Stop bragging about it." Kiara's expressions also changed. When she saw that Samar did not have the contract file, she had said the Samar was dealing with Pyre, but now he could not even show the contract. This also left her speechless. What do now, Samar? Where is the contract file? What will happen in the next? Stay tuned with Sukun FM English. If you enjoy the story, please like the story, share the story with your friends, and leave a lovely comment on comment section.